Hello and welcome back to Super Toxic Megapixel, a channel where I am uploading whatever I want whenever I want. But so far, the things I've wanted to upload are mostly playing games and mostly playing random games on itch.io. Basically, with this series, I go on itch.io, they have a nice randomizer feature, and I find a free game, play it, talk about it, rate it, and ramble. Without further ado, here's today's video. Hope you enjoy. You guys bear with me and stay watching the video. I need to feel something and I also need company right now. At this point, I'm just really ready for something that is more interesting than what I've gotten so far. I'd be super down for a longer game, like a visual novel or a horror game, so pray for me. I'm gonna hit randomizer, but I would be so willing to start choosing games just for something a little more interesting. I'm looking to feel something right now, but let's see what happens. Isolation and the Forest VR. Well, I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't have a VR headset. This definitely does look like the universe heard me, because I think this is a game that would make me feel something terrifying, and I think that's okay. But we're gonna go to the next project. Skaters Town. Um, there is no description for this game. I'm looking at the comments. Somebody says the games made by the Australian company GameCloud are games I strongly recommend people check out. It's basically the ethos of outsider art taken into its extreme. This game in particular is bare bones AF, but in a good way. Its collage atmosphere surrounding the stick figure sprite you control is interesting and has a DIY ethos strongly needed in a landscape of generic virtual novel games and misguided nostalgia. Overall, I'd say GameCloud has a great future. Ashton Davis is creative AF, 9 out of 10, and a nice. Yeah, I will say immediately, I'm not super pumped to see a bare bones game, if I'm being honest. You might be able to tell I'm in a little mood today. You can hear it in my voice too. Um, but we're gonna download it and see what happens. So, let's see. While we wait, I have nothing funny to say, but I can ramble for sure. Um, I've been gone for a couple of weeks because I have been busy and recently had a birthday, which was great, and wanted to record, but wanted to rest and rest one out over the last little while. I am back and don't let the tone of my voice fool you. I think it's a little later in the day. And I'm getting over a cold, but I am actually super pumped to play something. But the reason I say I need to feel something is the monotony of work is getting to me. I go to work every day, and then I come home and I kind of chill out in my room, um, or hang out with people on lucky days. And I'm just looking for something exciting to happen. I know that we are the makers of our own exciting things in life. So that's one of the reasons why I came back to make a video, because this was something exciting happening every week. But it looks like the game has popped up. Okay, made by GameCloud. Do I need to press anything? It's saying I gotta do something to move. I think this actually isn't fitting on my screen. Um, okay. Use A and D to move. Cool. I'm really hopeful you'll be able to hear the music. Um, but this is chill so far. Do love a chill time. A nice house. And now I'm over a mountain, an icy mountain. And now I'm in the sky, really going all over the place on this ramp. Um, yeah, heck yeah. Really gliding along over another house. The sun. I've reached the sun and another icy mountain that, despite being right by the sun, isn't melting. Oh my god. Part of my screen is definitely cut off here. Oh, spam W when jumping off a ledge to hover. Okay, let's see what that. Oh, spam W. I'm hovering. Yeah, sick. I feel like I'm already hovering though. Um, but sure. I'm also wondering, so far this is seeming like a game where I can't die, but it's also seeming like a game where the tutorial goes along the way. So it might just be like waiting. Um, oh, but before I was saying I think part of the screen is cut off here. That is because I made the recording window smaller when I was on itch.io. So if you just kind of see the figure go off screen at times, don't worry about it. This is chill. This is casual. This will not be my number one effort game by far. Ooh, spamming the W. You can't see me. You can't see me. I'm still hovering, boy. There should be points for this amount of hover. This is sick. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, you do need to hover. Maybe I could have died, but I also see there was a ramp below me that I didn't make it onto, so maybe I wouldn't have died. But that was a sick long hover. That hover was long enough to really make me feel something, boys. Yeah, yeah. Even though I'm still hovering and I'm not spamming W right now. I am super curious how long this is gonna go. Um, I feel like the person in the comments, like I feel like I went over that same red house before, and it could be they're using the same red house, but I wonder if this is like an infinite loop of the same stuff, or if this is going somewhere. Um, yeah, maybe I'm just like in an infinite loop going past the red house. I'm realizing now I also could have been going the other way this whole time. I wonder if I go all the way back to the beginning, will you guys bear with me and stay watching the video? I need to feel something and I also need company right now. Going on this journey with me as we go past the red house a million times. Um, LOL. I'ma just keep riding. Oh, can I ride back up? Dang, dang. Okay, maybe I can't go backwards, only but so far. I'm just like afraid to keep going forwards because I don't want to seem dumb. I definitely will get caught in the infinite red house loop if that's what's happening, and I can't confirm or deny right now. So, I mean, it's about the journey, not the destination. If the destination is the red house again and again and again, that's actually okay. I feel like I'm also jumping all over the place. So before I was saying the person in the comments was saying this is outsider art, and I can really see that. And that it does not feel like, like the highest effort. Clearly these ramps are like crisscrossed with each other, pretty minimal design. The person has pretty minimal design. But I would say there's a difference between outsider art and like, yeah, I guess bare bones. Um, there was this show on Adult Swim. I think it's called like 12-ounce mouse or 12-ounce rat or something about a rat. And I haven't watched it, but it is just like the worst drawing of a rat you've ever seen with white backgrounds, like animation every 4 frames, just doing stuff. And that was on TV. So who am I to say that what something looks like is the barrier to its success and greatness? Um, I don't think I actually did say that. But I will say that the art just kind of feels like not the point here, not necessarily that it would be like outsider art where somebody was intentionally making something that looks like this, I guess is what I was trying to get at. Um, and I am just also curious by the comment, like, what other games these people would have, because this really does just feel like, I mean, this feels like something I would make right now, where it's like I know such like the bare basics of using a game engine. I feel like this would be like a cool thing to make. Just to be like, yeah, I know the basics. I know how to collide with the surface and not go past the surface, and I know how to like move the character up and down and like give it physics. Um, yeah. See, I feel like I keep ending up with games where there maybe is a give up point. Like I know I was playing Spider Cave, had to give up on that one pretty quickly. Wired Up, oh, so I just died all of a sudden, so that kind of sucks. But maybe that means that's the end of the game. So yeah, that's kind of exactly what I was just saying before I cut myself off. I just keep playing these games where it's like the ending is not there. Like I keep finding these not fully fleshed out games. And to be fair, maybe Spider Cave was fully fleshed out. I just couldn't get that far. Um, and I get that's kind of like I'm on this site where people are uploading whatever they want and I am in for the ride, but I would be so hopeful to just get like an interesting story heavy um finished game, which I guess is what I already like to play, and the whole point of this was for me to get outside of my comfort zone. But I also can't say that any of what's happened here has been like outside of my comfort zone. I might not always sit down and play like a platformer or something, but actually, skating games I have had a long history of playing. There was one on my phone that I had since I was like in middle school, Stickman Skater, and I still return to it to this day. Um, play some Ollie Ollie World, had a brief rendezvous with Tony Hawk Pro Skater, so this is definitely not outside my comfort zone. Spider Cave, in theory, is not. I've played things like Super Meat Boy. I've been super interested in like Celeste. Um, like I like a good little platformer, and I think the mechanic of that one was just getting me. And then Wired Up. I am not so much of like a levels and puzzles person because I think it gets super tedious, but it's not like outside of my comfort zone. Like I don't play it because it's tedious. I don't play it because like some other games I don't play because I feel like they're too hard or difficult for me. Um so I mean, I think yeah, I think this game, my final review after all of this rambling is that it was pretty lackluster for me. I really, as I said in the beginning and throughout, was looking for something that would make me feel something, and that is not this. This made me feel cool at times. I did say the hovering made me feel something, um, but this game was so short and minimalistic, and that person in the comments rated it 9 out of 10, and it's one of those things that, like, I really wonder if I'm missing something here, because on my scale of 5, I'm gonna give this a 2. And that's all I have for you today. Pray for me for next time so that we can all enjoy our time better and just have a sick game that is super exciting and fun. But yeah, thanks for watching. That's all I've got for this week. See you next time. Bye.